الحمد لله رب العالمين ثم الصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا أبي القاسم محمد اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين سيما بقية الله روحي وأرواحنا فداء. قال أمير المؤمنين عليه السلام تذل الأمور للمقادير حتى يكون الحتف في التدبير. So sayings number 16 of Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam. This is one of the important one because exactly it's talking about one of our belief. And the translation of this one is, our affairs are attached to the destiny decreed by Allah. Even our best plans may lead to us to destruction. So exactly this hadith is talking about the will, or our irada. I mean, exactly the authority that we have. So is it possible to say human beings, they have the authority or will or not? This is not something possible. And also in the other case, when we say we ourselves, we have authority, how we can combine it exactly with the authority and the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Is it possible or not? This is one of the complicated, beliefs that we have, because exactly in early years of, Islam, we had many problems exactly about this one, about this belief. And we have two different, or maybe I can say three different groups in Islamic society. One group that they called Ash'ari, another group they were, Mu'tazila, another group was Shia community. So, and exactly we were between those groups. First group, they were the groups that they didn't believe to, our irada. I mean, they didn't believe that we have irada, or mean we don't have any authority and will. They said only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has authority and will and can do anything that he wants. And we can say our hands are closing, and only we have to do and obey the thing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying and ordering us, nothing more, nothing less. This is one of the belief that was exactly in the early the days and the years of Islam. And also right now many of the Sunni community, they believe this one. Another one also, most of the Sunni groups in that time, and also some of them right now, they have this belief. We have will and authority, but our will and authority has some difference with the will that we explained and described in Shia studies. So we exactly, as a Shia, we believe that we have authority and a will, but our authority and will is under control of Allah, or divine will, divine authority. Is not something out of that. We can't say our will is beside of Allah's will. No, they're not beside each other. No, our will is under the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's will or authority. So this is one of the important beliefs that we have, because when we believe that we don't have any authority or will, we can do anything because we say Allah wants. If I'm doing wrong, Allah wants. I didn't have any authority for myself. This is the problem that many Christians even they have. Some of them, they say the thing that I'm doing is a thing that Jesus asks and wants. So, but when we believe that we have will and authority, after that we understand we have some duties, some responsibility, and we have to respond about what we are doing. So this is an important point to understand, that the resurrection has meaning, and the resurrection is exactly according to our actions, nothing ritual or maybe out of our action. No, exactly. We will face our actions and the reaction of our action in a resurrection. So this is the first and important point about this hadith, that we understand that we have irada, that we have will and authority, but our authority is under control of Allah. Another thing that is in this hadith is talking about حتى يكون الحتف في التدبير. So hatf means death. So maybe sometimes when we have a plan, even our plan, the result of our plan is death. What's the meaning of this? This is exactly like the situation that many people, they are trying to not happen something for them. They have a plan to not happen for them something, but exactly their plan is help them to have that problem. Sometimes you are in a hurry. You want to arrive to somewhere quickly, more than maybe more quickly than every day. So you're going to some alley and some maybe, I don't know, some ways that you didn't experience before that. But exactly that plan caused to arrive lately, or maybe more late than every day. So this is exactly the thing that show us sometimes our plans, our will, our authority, and our decisions makes to have more difficulties and problems, because we are under control of Allah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sometimes knows something better than us, so maybe we will face some problem. Or maybe as an example, you imagine when sometimes we have one disease that is not something important. We don't go to doctor. We don't ask doctor to check up. Only maybe we are using and eating some remedy that they are so popular. As an example, for maybe for cold, we are eating adult cold without maybe searching or maybe asking a doctor to visit us. But this is sometimes, maybe most of the time is working, but sometimes this remedy that I had a plan, I had a decision to use it for maybe a cure, for to be helpful, exactly that remedy caused to maybe to die someone, or to the death of someone. This is another thing. Or maybe sometimes we are maybe we want to maybe we want to get rid of our enemy. So we're doing something to get rid of our enemy, but exactly in another place that we didn't imagine that enemy is maybe is waiting us for our visiting, and other things, I don't know. Or this is exactly we have one real story, but I'm not sure about the place that person was living in that country. One person that was living in one country suddenly, because he understood that maybe death is near of him, so he decided to travel to India, exactly, because he wanted to escape from the maybe the death that he imagined is near to that to himself. So he suddenly decided to migrate there. But in the other side, the Israel, the angel of the death, So he had one order from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered him, you have to make die this person. When and where? You have to make die this person in India. And so the Azrael said to Allah and told Allah, oh, how is it possible? He's living in another country. It's not possible to maybe get his soul in another country. How is it possible? Exactly, that person wanted to escape from the death, went to India, and immediately when he arrived to India, suddenly Israel found that situation and time to get the soul of that person. So this is one example, one story that's a real story that we can understand exactly. Sometimes we are escaping from something, but exactly that thing is happening for us because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants. We cannot escape from the Allah's plan. We can plan, we can make a plan for ourselves, but we can't escape from the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala plan. Amir al-Mu'minin alayhi salam also in another sayings number 250 says, عرفت الله بفسخ العزائم وحل العقود ونقض الهمم. One of the way that Amir al-Mu'minin alayhi salam says, he said, I recognize that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala exists, and I can understand we need a God. This is exactly in this time. In a time that I planned to do something, I made a plan to do something, everything was ready, but suddenly happening something without without permission, without prediction. So this is one of the things that Amir al-Mu'minin says. I believe this is one of the lessons for understanding Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and existence of Allah. So, but in the other side, we have to pay attention. This hadith doesn't mean we need to plan. We don't need to make a plan. No, we have to plan. We have to make a plan. But we have to understand that our plans is under the plans of Allah, under the divine plan. And when we are doing something, we have to say to Allah, me myself, I submit to your orders. If you want to, if you want to, maybe I can fulfill this one, so I will do it. But if you don't like, if anything is not good, and your will and authority is another thing, so also again I submit. This is important. We have to be, radhi. I mean, like Imam Rada, that he was, satisfied from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will and the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will and authority. We have to be like that. In every moment, every time, we have to try to have this radaya and this satisfaction from the thing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants. So these are two things. Submission to Allah's order, submission to Allah's wills, but another thing, making plan. Making plan is one of the Islamic suggestion. We cannot say, no, I don't make a plan because everything is under control of Allah. No, everything is under control of Allah, but we have to try to have the best plan for ourselves. For this reason, we have one hadith that says, you need to make a plan like a person is alive forever, But in the other case, you have to be ready for the death like a person that today wants to, die. This is really fantastic. Two sides of the coin. I'm sure that I will die one day, but in the other side, I'm not sure how many years I have opportunity to live in this world. So we need we need to make a plan for ourselves, even about 1 century. You know, I know me myself, some successful person that they have a plan for the 100 leaders of themselves. Maybe in 100 leaders, what they have to do. But that person also is, you know, believes that maybe only about 1 year later, you know, 1 year later, will maybe die. We can combine between these two things together. And another thing that is also important, when you want to do something, every moment say inshallah. Because maybe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is, you know, vice versa of our will. It depends on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He wants or not. This is the, you know, exactly the thing that we have in Quran also. That when you want to do something, say inshallah. That was the habit of prophets. And also we have one history about this one. You know, one man that he was shepherd. So he said when he wanted to go out from his house, he said to his wife, I want to go out today. If if the weather is sunny, I will go to farm and between ships. But it will be, you know, no. If it will be sunny, yes. If it will be sunny, I will go between shepherd in a field, you know, farm. But if that was rainy, I will go to mountain and try to pick up some grasses for them. So the wife said, why you didn't say inshallah? And he said, why I need to say inshallah? Whether is sunny or is, you know, rainy. We don't have any other things. We don't have three choice, only two choice. But that wife said, no, you have to say. And he said, yeah, okay. When he went out, in a way, some, you know, in a way, some thief, they steal all of the thing that man had. So he forced to come back to house. And when he wanted to come, to enter, knocked the door. When he knocked the door, the wife asked, who is it? He said, inshallah, I am. Yeah, inshallah, I am. Because he understood exactly in every moment when he don't say inshallah, maybe it's happening something. So this is one of the things that all of us we need. Inshallah, till, you know, since now, try to have this habit to say inshallah every moment that you want to talk about your decision, to maybe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help you to do it better. So that was about this hadith and about will and authority. So right now, if you have any question, but because I said this is one of the complicated belief that we have, lots of questions. They are coming through this one. If you have any question, I'm at your service. Maybe you need to think about it more, because you know, please check it after our session and check this one again, and also think about the will and authority, because I said maybe more than 10 books we have exactly about this matter that are talking about different doubts about you know, will and authority of Allah. Because how is it possible to combine between desire? This is like our knowledge and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's knowledge. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's knowledge is complete, how we can say we can do everything that we want? He knows before, you know, before acting of ourselves, how we can act something, you know, exactly different. These are some, you know, questions that maybe when you're thinking about them, they are coming in your mind. But this session or maybe next session, if you have any question about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's will, you can ask it. Nothing? Thank you, brothers and sisters, for coming and joining us today. And I'm sorry again